What's up everybody? So today I'll be doing some work on the stock bumper of my Genesis Coupe. I'll be painting this whole black portion gloss black to match my wheels and the front fog light bezels. Also, I will be fixing a melted spot that my exhaust did before I reset the exhaust. And then for fun, I'll be adding a little bit of a diffuser looking fin on the underside. And if you enjoy the video, be sure to comment, like, and share it. Don't forget to subscribe to us on YouTube, follow us on Instagram, and like us on Facebook. So to start removing the taillights, you'll be using an 8mm socket. I want to go ahead and remove this access panel. Just kind of pop it out. And now the screws are this silver one right here, right there, another silver one there, and then the last one up in there. And with all the bolts off, you're now just going to take this one plug and unplug it. And now we're just going to firmly press the inside of the light to pop out the entire assembly. With the taillights off, we'll go ahead and use the same 8mm to take this bolt out, and then just a Phillips head for these two plastic screws. And with those bolts out, we'll now move on to in the wheel well. And there's a bolt right here. And what I did, I just used this little Phillips head piece from a socket set with a small wrench. That way I didn't have to take the wheel off to get to this bolt. And then there's a socket right up here. And with all the fender bolts removed, you'll go ahead and remove the two bolts down here. You have two of them on each side. And then you have 4 of these plastic screws on the whole underside. So I'm working more on popping out the bumper. It's definitely tough getting all these tabs out, but once I got this section out, I was able to put a flathead screwdriver in to pop this one out, and then you just gotta put your hands behind it and give it a really firm pull, and then you can put your fingers in here and pull right here out. But a good firm pull, you can pop it right out. So we just got the bumper off. Here's what these tabs look like on the inside. So not only do you have the upper tabs, but you have them running along here as well you need to pop out. And then once you get the bumper off, do not completely take it off, because you then need to take off the license plate lights. And from in here, you just kind of pinch the tabs and you'll be able to push the assembly down, and then you can twist it and wiggle it through there. And then once those lights are out, you got the bumper out. So now we have the bumper off. And here's the melted spot that my exhaust did before I adjusted it. And then all of this plasticky black I'll be painting to match my wheels and the fog light bezels. And then I bought a 3-pack of these paint trays, and these little legs are the perfect shape to make little fins to go along the underside to make a nice looking diffuser. So I've now gone ahead and cut up the paint trays, and now here's all those legs, and those legs are going to be used as little fins. And I'll go ahead and touch them all up and get them uniform and chop down a little bit. So I finished up cutting all these little pieces. Now I'll go ahead and show you a little bit how they're going to look. So I'm going to be doing 5 of them, so I'll have 1 in the center and then evenly spaced. And I'll first be epoxying them to the bumper, and then I'll use the Bondo to smooth it all out to make it look like one piece. So we're working on getting the diffuser fins all lined up. So I have 5, I measured it out, got the one in the center, and then placed the outer ones where I'd like them, so just to the right of the inner screw here. And then we just measured to the center for this one right here. For the melted spot, I'm going to go ahead and sand this all with the Dremel to get it all nice and smooth, and then use this mesh, which has an adhesive backing, to put it on it. That way I can Bondo this all back to normal and look good. So I just finished up the first bit of epoxy. All the fins are within a few millimeters of being perfectly centered between each other. They're all nice and straight up and down. So I just finished up the first bit of Bondo. Definitely looks pretty messy right now. And then tomorrow I'll be sanding it smooth and then working on filling in the big gap. And then I'll work on filling the melted spots in the bumper. So I'm working on the first bit of sanding. Everything's starting to be nice and smooth looking. Got a nice edge going. Now I'll do another coat of Bondo, that way I can fill in all the gaps here. And then once that dries, do another bit of sanding. So I finished up all the Bondo and all the sanding, and now the bumper is ready to be painted. It's all taped up. So that giant melted spot, which also was melted even this way, that's all nice and smooth looking. All the fins, pretty uniform. and then the other melted spot as well. And I'm going to be using Duplicolor primer paint and clear coat. And I'll go ahead and paint it all and get back to you when it's all done being painted. We just finished up taking all the tape off. I did a good job taping it off. The seams are nice and smooth. The paint came out very nicely, and the diffuser fins are very cool looking as well. And now we'll go ahead and reinstall the bumper, and it'll be the same process as taking it off. And now we have the bumper reinstalled onto the vehicle. I'm going to go ahead and put the tow hook piece back in tomorrow once the tackiness goes away. Overall, the gloss black looks very nice. It matches my wheels. And then I also have a video of my custom fog light bezels, which you can check out that video in the description. And that matches the fog light bezels as well. And then the cool little fins give it a nice extra sporty look. So there you go, everybody. That's how you can customize your bumper on the Genesis Coupe. Turn your stock bumper into a very cool looking one. So thank you all for watching, and be sure to subscribe.